Well, whether it's hurricanes, tornadoes, wildfires, or earthquakes, being properly prepared in the event of a disaster can save your life and the lives of your loved ones. Joining us today are James Bell, head of Consumer Affairs for General Motors, and Marianne Adams, incident manager for OnStar. Good morning to the both of you coming in from Detroit, Michigan. And I tell you what, I guess we could ask Marianne, how can people be prepared? And I would imagine one of the best ways is to have OnStar on your car. My gosh, that's almost like a no-brainer right there.
That's a great way to be better prepared, yes. But you also want to be aware of the types of disasters that can hit your community, and obviously hurricanes are a big one, or flash flooding. You want to be prepared for those. And you want to be able to make sure that you check the weather every day and make sure that you're on top of it. So if you can alter your plans, please alter your plans so you stay out of the bad weather. And the other thing you want to do is create a family communications plan. So if you're separated during a disaster, how are you going to communicate? Where are you going to meet? How are you going to let everybody know that you're okay?
Some great information. And James, you know, you've got from Detroit with all kinds of things going on. You guys got all kinds of weather going on there, but you've got a great looking kit, a survival kit right in front of you. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, this particular kit is one you should have in your home. Obviously, a little bit bigger, maybe a larger bottle of water, but you also want to keep one in your car. I mean, if you're like me, basically home is in the car. I mean, we all spend a lot of time there. So there's some things you want to make sure you bring along for that, specifically for the car. One of them I think is important is this here, some pet food. We often travel in the car with pets these days, so while of course the Rover can enjoy some of the human food, they'd much prefer the nutritious pet food. So let's go ahead and bring some of that along. Another one is medication. You know, maybe you require some regular heart medicine or diabetes care, and you think, well, I'll just get my next dose when I go home. You know, it may be days or hours before you get home, so you want to make sure you have some additional medication. Keep that, you know, just a weather emergency, not a medical emergency. And the last one I think that we both think is really important is some extra cash. Keep this cash in a waterproof bag. You just don't know if there's going to be a power outage, how that might impact the ATM or banking network, and you don't want to be caught empty-handed if, in fact, you need some money to buy some additional supplies.
And of course, in the car, you would want, especially in your neck of the woods, you guys would probably want maybe a little bit of sand or maybe some blankets and a shovel and maybe a little something to at least keep you going, some water to keep you going for a number of hours, just in case you get stranded, like in a snowstorm or a snowbank. Now, Marianne, let's talk about what OnStar can do with preparations during a disaster.
Well, OnStar can help you before, during, and after a disaster. So before, if you have to evacuate, so let's say a hurricane's coming and you need to evacuate the area, we can help you get out of the area and give you routing instruction. If you need to find a hotel room or shelter, we can help you find hotel or shelter. And actually, during a disaster, if you need updated information, just press that OnStar button if you're a subscriber, and you'll be able to get information from us on the latest information with the crisis. And if you need to connect to loved ones, if your landline phone is down, if your cellular infrastructure has been compromised, press that OnStar button and we'll be able to help you connect to your loved ones. So there are many different ways that OnStar is used, and we're kind of like a central point of contact.
Yeah, I was just thinking, the most important thing to bring along is your pointer finger so you can push that little blue button. There we go.
Exactly.
Whoever came up with OnStar, brilliant idea. Millions and millions of people use it, tens of millions of people use it all around the country. Thank you so much for joining us from Detroit, Michigan today.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
And we've got more coming up after the break, so stay with us.